Welcome back to this exciting episode of MiniGrinder Paints Live. I'm your host, the Great El Numo. This is my channel, it's my show. It's what I do sometimes. So coming up, we got that guy. I got the focus just right. For once, I had to go in there manual though. That's our good old buddy Cthulhu. What a nice model. Let's take it back here a step. Oh, let's take it back in while I fix the autofocus. Look at that perspective shot there. It's pretty good. A little shaky. Give it a second there. Pretty sweet. So, yeah, I'm going to be painting this guy here. Actually, today, I'm only going to be painting the head. So that's what we're going to be doing today. It's just the head. Actually, I'll probably be doing the body and the wings today, hopefully. I'll finish this today. I don't like to spend a lot of downtime when painting. I like to get it most of the way done and then spend a lot of downtime not painting it. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, this is what everybody wants to see, is the head, right? I mean, they want to see it all together, but really they want to see the head. Our studies have shown that that's the case. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm sticking to it. So first thing I got to do is fix my camera back to dumb mode. Alright, there we go. Autofocus is back on. I need a crack editing team. Be sweet, huh? Alright. Cthulhu's head. Here we go. Oh god. So I've changed my setup here slightly. Everything's kind of in the way. So let me yeah, perfect. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful. Once the camera decides how beautiful it is, we'll be going. So I've already based this miniature with a one of Reaper's MSP samples, Master Series paint sample. So I have no idea what color that is. It's a dark green. I do plan on making this guy kind of greenish. The fleshy bits, like down here. See, I want to do green and blacks and like make them really dark. Obviously, there's going to be some lighter tones. I plan on using some of this pale lichen. Plan on using some of that. The color on this is like kind of horrible. So my cat's also awake. That's a pain in the butt. No. I'm gonna put some of these foam peanuts on the ground. That's what he wants to play with. There you go. So you'll be hearing him also. Yeah. So first based them with some dark green, basically. I'd like to do the eyes very much similar to the eyes of an octopus. That would make it very interesting. I like to do a lot of designs on there too, so there might be a point where I do a lot of finishing touches, and it would be the whole miniature together, maybe. I don't know. The fleshy bits are going to be more grayish, and then I will mix in a little bit of pink at the end of that gray, so it might taper out. Kind of in a seamless fashion. The spikes, horns, and stuff, I'm thinking I'm going to keep those as black because it would be awesome. But let's go ahead and give this thing a little bit of start. Um, let's identify the fleshy bits with stone gray. Or we could highlight. I kind of want to highlight first. Don't matter. So throwing down the stone gray here. I got a big fat brush that I've snipped the end short. So it should be good at dry brushing. Gonna load it up though. I don't like long bristles for dry brushing. I like the short bristles. Need it stiff, you know? I want a nice stiff brush when I dry brush. No, you can't come over here. I know I'm doing something that makes cool sounds. So yeah, all of these tentacles are gonna get all these tentacles. It's been a while since I've done this. Oh, get. I might just have to take him upstairs. He's a rascal. Look, I put those down there for you to play with, you big dummy. He's like, but you didn't put all of them down there. Here, see? They're all down there. It's raining. It's raining foam peanuts. It's just raining foam peanuts. See? Now there's no more. I'm totally lying. Foam peanuts up here. Mjolnir. Mjolnir. So it's kind of I'm kind of basing, but I'm also kind of dry brushing. I'm just trying to get it nice, thick, and even. I need to give myself a little bit more room. There we go. It's just a big head, and I'm not getting the whole thing in there. This is very light looking, so most likely I will probably put a wash up in here. That was really thick. Draw that paint out. You don't want too much. And I'm just indiscriminately brushing down here. Kind of basing this, basically. Oops, sorry. Now he's going to come the secret way. Mjolnir. He's going to come around, up and around, over, climbing on all amounts of junk. It's I tried to look up exactly what Cthulhu looked like, and there wasn't really many authentic descriptions from H.P. Lovecraft. The only thing that I found was that at one point in time the thing disappeared in a, other than like its shape, the color isn't described, which is what I care about, because the modeler Kevin Williams, he cared about the shape, and I think he did a great job. It describes him as a, an octopus head with on a man's body that half man and half dragon's body. So it's Cthulhu in a nutshell, I guess. And I think, as you saw, the modeler Kevin Williams, he succeeded. You know what would also be nice is if these gray tentacles went into black rather than pink. See, sometimes you just don't see it until you get some color down. Don't settle on any plans 100%. Ain't nothing certain. You don't have to commit. Now I did go through here and shave some of these seams down, but they're still showing up. It's hard to get them all. I'd like to thank you for watching my videos. Also, if this isn't your first time, thank you. You're clearly bored. But I thank you. Anyways, I'm bored too. That's why I'm doing this. Right? It's been a while since I've done any videos. I've been working on the army stuff for the Valentia campaign project, and there's just a lot of miniatures, and they all have the same paint scheme. I'm actually going to do a video here today or tomorrow of the paint scheme. I saved the captain to do as a live thing. I already finished the rest of them. The other thing is I now realize, after doing, mass producing, he totally found the peanuts. Get out of here, Mouner! Mr. Mouner! Go away! Go! What was I talking about? Get on a roll. You brain fart. You're like a walking brain fart, Mouner. You... He's such a butt. Oh yeah, I was talking about that stuff. So, anyways, I do plan on doing a video for that, and then hopefully soon. Hopefully Cthulhu doesn't take me too long. It doesn't seem like it would be it's a big job. It's a big miniature, but I don't think it's a big job, which is great. It's win-win for me, I do have a commission coming up here, 13 miniatures to do. Some old ones, mostly new, mostly Reaper. I'll be finishing. I'd like to finish all of them before the 13th. I'm sorry, before the 3rd. That's when the funds will be available for the commission. So that would be a lot of painting, a lot of shows coming up. In the very near future, I will be live streaming each one of them. So please keep an eye out for those. So, like I said, some old ones, just a couple old ones, and then mostly new ones. Pirates, some pirates in there. There's a Lich, which I'm excited to paint, and the Frost Worm, or whatever that thing is. That's in there. It'll be good times, good times. Oh, look at all the little tentacles in there. Blech. That's the stuff that'll be more pinkish, I think. You get down into that mouth area, it should look a little bit more, oh, words I can't use or shouldn't use. You don't want to know. I'm just, like I said, indiscriminately laying down this color. Kind of dry brushing. I don't want it to get in all the little holes because it'll be a pain in the butt to go back through. And I don't like doing dark washing if I don't have to. It's an unnecessary step. I feel that if you properly dry brush. Most dark washing is unnecessary. Dark washing should be strategic. You should be doing it along the grooves, not just plastering it down. And when I do plaster it down, I soak half of it back up with a napkin. So I just don't think dark washing is the key to painting a miniature well. It is, kind of, if you use them properly, but that's my point. So, just do one of those things right there. I will probably be dark washing this though, just because I want it a little darker anyways. Okay. I guess, I did look at a lot of pictures, and grays and greens and blacks are all your sort of stereotypical colors. There's usually not much fleshy stuff, colors. Sometimes there is, and it kind of looks. I don't know. It just doesn't look right to me. When I think of Cthulhu, or you say potato, I say potato. Cthulhu, 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 Cthulhu. When I think of Cthulhu, that guy, the elder one, or the elder, and I often do think of him. I don't think of anything that would resemble, us. Although, like, when I think of fleshy with Cthulhu, I think of, say, Facehugger fleshy, That kind of look. What? See what that was. Okay. We gotta hold it down. Or maybe like zombie flesh or something. I don't know. Something not like this. I know there's a long part of silence, and then I just busted that out. But if you're new, watching the show new, get used to it. I'm pretty much going to have 2 hours here to make one single thought or ramble. So there. I do that a lot too. So there. gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna have to touch up that spot. It's okay. I'm just sort of like getting the initial attack down, you know. No, oh, a lot of rubbing going on. A lot of rubbing. What a... You know, I even... It's funny, I even... sealed the base job, and it's still rubbing off. I let it sit for a couple hours. So here's the situation: is occasionally the paint will just, on these bones miniatures, will just rub off. So I didn't prime him. You don't really need it. It's that you just need to put a layer of paint down. So I did that. And then, on top of that, I dry brushed the green. So I did that. And, well, it still, like, rubs off. I even, like I said, I sealed it. I did everything I could. And, so don't feel bad if that happens to you, because it happens to me all the time. I'm just adding color ever so slightly. Also, because I'm almost out of it. But still. So it's a good time to hit everything else. Anywhere where there might be fleshy areas, I want to dry brush with this stone gray. And there's so little paint on the brush right now. Oh man, I'm gonna have to put more down. A little bit more stone gray. So I'm first going to attack some extremities here. Get a nice little amount on the brush. There we go. Then I'm going to go in and hit the spots I wanted to hit. Again, get the paint on the brush. It's all about gauging how much paint is on your brush. That's why it's so important to have a palette. There we go. I guess I can always... A lot of these I'm just going to have to wait until I'm not holding it to hit the tentacles or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. So for the series that I want to produce out of the session that we're going to play, Call of Cthulhu, It's a little mini series basically. We're only playing one session, but a lot of it, I want to. Sorry. I want to put a lot of original artwork into it and really make it kind of like a graphic novel. I think it would be great. A lot of fun to do. I know I got a lot of projects going on and everything. It might be hard to keep track of them all. It is. I, I can assure you, it's hard to keep track of everything that I'm doing. But at some point in time, I figure within 6 months or so, you're going to start seeing some actual entertaining stuff, not just me painting miniatures. Think of this as like the behind the scenes. It's behind the scenes. There you go. Watch the great Onuma. He's fantastic. And my friend. He painted me. Yeah, I'm bored. I don't have to explain myself to you. I don't have to do it. So again, just using up the rest of that. So now, what I want to do is I actually want to highlight a little bit. I'm going to take out that pale lichen. And put some down right there. I'm not going to clean the brush from the gray, because I don't think it's necessary. So I'm going to mix it a little bit, evidently. Now, what the heck? You off. Here's the pale lichen coming in. I don't mind if there's some if there isn't good cover here. I kind of want it to be a little textured, actually. So I'm not using very much pressure. Actually, I'm using moderate pressure. Oh, careful, careful. I'm like dipping the tentacles in the paint. But I'm using very little paint on the brush, so I can just add the proper amount the first time. I'm letting the contour pick it up. I'm really trying to get the upper eyelid area, basically, right there. And on the other side, the same thing. Don't have to be too careful at this stage. I'm just letting the contours paint the miniature. All I'm doing is just applying the color in very small doses. So there's a nice color gradient going on here. It's hard for you to tell. Hopefully it'll actually like focus. Come on, hey. Hey, come on. There we go. It's hard actually to tell that it's going from gray to the other one, but you can tell actually. You probably add a little bit extra light. A little bit of warm light. A little bit of underlight. Oh, that looks pretty good right there. Come on. I hate you. There we go. Come on. It's like it does it for a moment and then it doesn't hold on to it. I know it's all that painting stuff in the background, but seriously, it doesn't matter. You saw it. You saw it. It looks great, doesn't it? It looks so great. I'm going to go another round. This time. I'm not really going to mix in any more stone gray. Just be a proper highlight. Again, just painting in the details myself. Looks wonderful. It's got a really good look to it. Let's see here. So what's next, really? Some detailing. Gotta do some detailing. Let me get a proper brush. Ordered a bunch of brushes off of eBay. Actually, I got some nail brushes used for painting nails. I'm gonna try them out. It was only $2.50 for 12 of them. I was like, sold. I'll try that. I go through brushes so much. They don't last forever. I'm throwing on some pure black because I'd like to clean up some areas. I want to actually touch up the eyes and so I kind of get to the detail phase. I just want to. Wow, that looks great. Some of these horns. Well, all of them. I'm actually going to do all of them. If you're still watching, take a moment to like and subscribe. Please, please, I'm begging you. Just, would you help a brother out? Huh? That'd be great. I mean, who else do you know that can paint Cthulhu's head in like, an hour and it look halfway decent? It deserves a like, doesn't it? I think it deserves a like. Come on. I'd offer painting classes also on like a Google Hangout. I think that'd be cool. I don't know what I'd charge. I'd probably do it like the lesson plans would be like per miniature. I think it's a good idea. Hmm. I can't wait to get those new brushes. I just can't wait. It's going to be fantastic. I I also got a set of detail brushes too. They're coming all the way from China. I usually go down to the local art store that the college kids use, and I'll pick them up there. But I gotta save a buck this if I can. A lot of those prices. I mean, they're making like 5 times what the thing costs them, and that to me is a little excessive. So I won't pay it if I don't have to. Just hoping your local merchants out, and then there's like, don't do it to the point of like them taking advantage of you. you know. For a lot of the details, I'm actually going to put some like black veins and stuff pretty much all over the place. Wherever I can get away with adding veins, that's what I'm going to do. Where I can. At least that's the plan. I like to do the spots and stuff on a octopus also. I think that would be, as far as like skin texture goes. I don't plan on doing a bunch of more dry brushing for the skin. I'm pretty happy. I know it might be, some people might think that it's a little dark, but it's Cthulhu. Hello. He looks almost gray and black and white, so like a grayscale, but it's not. It's a green grayscale. That's kind of what I was going for. Beauty. Gotta get these spikes. A little tusk. Kind of a weird thing. Walking my son to school this morning, I got mad. Lady walks by me and with her daughter. You know, their daughter always smiling, looks just very sweet looking girl, you know. And her mom's always got this scowl on her face, and I think she's racist. I'm white, but I don't think she likes white people. So every time I say hi to her, she doesn't say hi back. I don't know what the deal is. It's a shame, you know, that it's still a problem this day and age, and I can't believe it's being propagated. Because every time I say hi to her, you know, she leans over and whispers in her daughter's ear. I'm like, what are you? I don't know. I don't know what to do in that situation. Like when you walk by somebody and you say hi to them, it's like all you got to do is say hey. You know, I acknowledge your existence. It's one of those things. I think it's important. I think we've lost that in society. It really burned me up. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let her be, I guess. That's what people want. I'll let her be. I don't care. I don't care that much. I shouldn't care that much. It is what it is, you know? You just gotta try to be. I try to be nice to people, and just, it really surprises me when they're total jerks back. No, you don't. It's not time to be over here, kitty. It's not. You can be down there. I'm just making sure some of these areas are dark. I'm going to get some water on the brush. And I am going to do a directed wash. In that area. There we go. And on the other side. There you go. I just wanted to make sure that those areas got a little darker than when I left them. Same with the area around the eye. There we go. Next I'm going to do a little gray action here. Laying it kind of thick there on the tips of these, of his nose. I guess that's his nose. The underside. Go and blend that side in better. I'm going to remove the paint off the brush and blend it upwards. There we go. Do the same thing on the other side. I shouldn't have removed the paint. I should have just did it. This is why I don't like washes. They get in the way. Drying the brush. I'm just going to use the gray that's down there to blend it in. It's hard to do that spot when it's like that. When it's wet, I mean. I'm gonna let it dry, I guess. Tentacle at a time. Nice and thick. I clean the brush off, and I just use the paint that's right there to blend in that section. Wiping the paint off again. Just looking, like I said, for a nice color gradient there. Right now I'm just waiting for the stuff around the eyes to dry. Since I just dark washed that. I'll probably end up selling him for $250 once he's based and everything. If you watch the video and you want to buy it, contact me. I'll give you a deal. It'll be up for sale after this weekend. That's how I upgrade my equipment and stuff. I'm starting to get into using green screens. But I need better lighting. So I've come up with some cheap ways of handling all that. But trying to sneak around and take a nap on the keyboard. Not gonna happen. I like to get a better camera also. I mean, it's a nice camera and all, but it's time to grow up a little bit, I think. Get a 1080p. It'll help with the green screen better. I won't be live streaming in 1080p, but I don't have to with the 1080p. I can use a 1080p to live stream at 720. I bet the quality would still be better live streaming with a 720. I don't know. I'm also going to be starting a X-Wing miniature series, Great Battles of the Rebellion. That should be fun. It's going to be something that I'll live stream and then edit later, most likely. But when I live stream it, it will have the green screen, so I'll be able to put it in, superimpose space backgrounds and stuff. Original artwork space backgrounds that I'll paint. So I'll do paintings of the Star Wars planets and that kind of stuff. And I use that as the backdrops. I need more green screens, basically fabric. If only I had more money, all this stuff would be easier to get going, you know? And I should start a Kickstarter, but I really don't have anything to... I don't have any progress yet, you know what I mean? I just have a bunch of these stupid videos of stuff I'm doing right now. I'd love to get a Kickstarter going. I think people really want, good quality tabletop stuff to watch on YouTube. And, the tabletop show is fun, but, it handles tabletop games, not tabletop role-playing games, and I just like to see that whole fate chosen adventure, an adventure chosen by people and dice. I'd like to see that happen. So for now, if you haven't been following me, my wife is pregnant, and next year, excuse me, I got something in my throat. Next year, I'm not going to have a lot of time to be doing stuff like this. So I'm trying to get a bunch of material together so I can just spend my time editing, doing artwork, and that next year. It's gonna be a while before I can afford all that, because I fund everything with I fund the entire channel and everything by selling these miniatures. And I just had a big sale recently. It was nice. A lovely gentleman bought my entire undead collection. It allowed me to do things like go buy some X-Wing miniatures and that kind of stuff. Sort of branch out. But I kind of wish I would have waited. Once I got the stuff, I realized then that I really wanted to get into the green screen. Because I just think it's going to enhance. God, that looks great. Doesn't that look great? Looks great. Horns are a little blank. I don't know if I like that. Thought black horns would be sweet, but maybe not. I know what a lot of you guys are thinking. Oh, woe is him. He doesn't have the money to get more gaming materials, and that. It's kind of true. I just figured out a way to support my habit is all. So I'm moderately dry brushing this area with stone gray. Just the eye cavity, the wrinkles. Gotta be careful. I don't have too many detail brushes left. When this guy goes, that's it. I think I have one more. I don't know what that scratchy thing in my throat is, but better not be what I think it is. Oh, I hate getting sick. I would like to start up a Star Wars role-playing game as well and record that. I'm going to have to wait for some other projects to sort of like finalize, come to fruition. So until then, that's why I want to do the Star Wars X-Wings series also. Archivo Deorum, that series is sort of on the back burner. I'm trying to upgrade some of my materials here, my production stuff, before I continue on with that. And I'll sort of like that's on its way for an upgrade also. Let's just leave it at that. All right. So here we go. My cat is such a rascal. I don't know why you have to be behind the computer and all the wires playing with foam peanuts that are on the ground also. Alright? Rascal? I should have named him Rascal. Shoulda. Pulling out some blood red. People are like, what? Blood red? Okay, so clearing the blood red container. It's just a paper clip. Just push it right down. And there we go. I got tired of not being able to get my paint out. Look at that. Look how easy it comes out now. So I put a drop right down there. You wouldn't be surprised if I told you I put a drop right down there, right by the stone gray. Oh, you poor thing. Oh. And we're just going to mix those two together. No, you don't. I know what you're looking at. I can see it. Very little bit of this brush right now. Not much at all. It's a better color also. I don't really like this color that I'm getting on here, so I'm going to go ahead and change it. The right colors aren't showing up very well. Let's change it to make it better. If we can. Okay, contrast maybe? Nope. Saturation. Nope. I mean, I just don't understand why the color's not coming out as well as it could. And yeah, that's really it. Well, maybe it looks a little better. Okay. Beautiful. It's beautiful on my end. It's not beautiful on your end. Come on. Just enough. Just highlighting that area, basically. Oh my god. He's just freaking out. So now I'm going to go into the gills. And I'm dry brushing with that pinkish color. So I don't know how the call it the Cthulhu game is going to pan out if we're going to do more than. Oh man, my perfect amount of paint all screwed up now. If we're going to do just more than one episode or more than one session, at this point in time, we're just going to plan for like singular kinds of episodes, basically. I think. Well, I am, anyways. It should be fun though. I've never played it. And he uses the old rules. He doesn't use any new rules, I guess. I don't know what that means. Because I'm kind of a noob when it comes to that stuff. But I'm interested to play it. He's going to make some pre-made characters for us. So, yeah, it should be interesting. Gills are looking nice, huh? Some nice looking gills. Say, Cthulhu, those are some nice looking gills. And I'm going to do some reinforcement of this, this highlight here on the cranium. There we go. It's looking fantastic, though. It just seems like it's a little more black and gray than I would like it. I don't know. Here we are. Looking tasty. I said looking tasty. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Beauty. Those tentacles are going to be sweet. Totally. Totally sweet. I need some more stone gray if I'm going to do the other side. Yeah, I'll just drop it down right there. Just dropping it down. Drop it down, drop it down. Woo! There we go. Gray and blood red, man. That's your flesh color. That's what you want to do. I'm just going to dry brush it on. And do the same thing here. They've done the other side. Aggressively going in there and dry brushing the groove with the gill slits. A medium amount of dry paint, kind of thick, viscous, dry paint there on the brush. You gotta watch I don't nip it. I just nipped it. You saw that happen. You gotta watch the edge of the brush when you're doing that, because it'll peel off paint pretty easy. These gills right here, man, they process the vacuum of space. That's what they do. Oh, Cthulhu. Oh, the cutie little Cthulhu. So I really got to handle these tentacles one at a time, I think, anyways. And I'm not looking forward to doing that. And I'm not looking forward to doing it live. Because that's where all the effort's going to be on. What are we at for time here? I like to make sure that these videos are less than 2 hours long, because that way I can still edit them together and all that. So we're at 1 hour and 4 minutes. Woohoo! Still doing great. 1 hour and 4 minutes in, this thing's like halfway done essentially. I could probably spend the rest of the time doing the tentacles and still not be done, most likely. Most likely. So wherever there are those tentacle suckers, I'm going to dry brush that area with my flesh color. That mix of blood red and stone gray. When you're looking for colors to mix and add to your piece, always consider colors that you've already used. That's why I'm using the stone gray to mix with the blood red. That's what makes it'll look more smooth. The color gradient will be a much more smooth transition rather than being super colorful. I try to avoid being like, extremely colorful. Unless the piece calls for it. Yeah, I just, I think I need to go through and ensure that the tentacles have good coverage, paint coverage. So just getting some pure stone gray out. I do them one at a time. So like this guy right here. I don't, not concerned with the green or any of that I've previously done. The dry brushing, I'm just getting these things gray, a nice base of gray down. I'm going to go back through and add the green over the gray. That's how I'm planning on layering it, rather than try to reinforce it at this point in time. There's nothing to reinforce really. I dry brushed a little bit of that pale lichen on the tentacles just because as a byproduct of what I was doing with the rest of the thing. So I'm not trying to save. I mean, this area doesn't look done. Clearly. Right? So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to make sure that I have a good base down first, and I like my bases to be sort of a dry brushed mix. I don't want to cover up all the dark details, the nooks, the crannies. You know I like my nooks and crannies. It's really hard to get down in there. Like I said, I'm just trying to get some nice good coverage down here. I'm not going to worry about any of these ribbed sections, these on the outside of the tentacle, on the top layer, or the top side of the tentacle. I'm more concerned with the fleshy bit right now. Like I said, I'll be coming back and redoing the top layer also. For now, it's important that I just get the bottom layer perfect. And you can do that by establishing a good base layer in which to paint on. You want to make sure that the gray wraps around enough to mix well when I do tie it all back together. But another big project like the Nether Mall project. Another mall project was kind of popular. A lot of people like seeing that kind of stuff. That's why I thought that maybe a lot of people would like to see this happen too. Um, this is labor of love, but I don't mind sharing it with you. Hopefully, you get some ideas for your own pieces. Don't be afraid to mix some colors. Get yourself a palette. This very expensive palette that I have right here came from a cardboard box. It's my favorite choice of palettes. It's so hard to keep track of all the tentacles that I've already done. Doing okay though, I'd say. Um, so there. Yeah. I don't know if anybody is using the green screen like how I'm hoping to use the green screen. It'd be kind of neat. It's the real virtual tabletop. I don't want to touch it. Don't make me touch it. Don't make me touch it. No. Disgusting. Damn it, I did it again. That's why, and that right there is why I need my new brushes. Stat. I might go out and buy some anyways while I'm waiting for the other ones. Can't handle. I got a lot of stuff to paint, man. And I'm running low on brushes. I like to buy a whole bunch at a time, and then so I have them. I just got to remember that I need to restock them. Also, before they run out. I think that's a little better than before. Oh, right here. Really? There we go. Sometimes it just pays to do it the right way. So it's nice and based down there with the dark or the stone gray. I dry brushed it so I didn't fill in any of the nodules. Right? And now I'm going to go through and a little bit more stone gray on that palette. That's definitely a little more. Like I said, I'm just going to dry brush on anywhere the nodules are. There we go. It's quiet time, folks. I think at this point in time, I don't need to be using this particular brush. I'm going to switch over to an oldie but a goodie. I think the brush was making too many nicks, so we're retiring that one for now. I do have to urinate. We might meet the microphone and pee in a cup. No, I'm kidding. But the bathroom is downstairs here, where the studio is. So, it's not really a bad idea. Much more appropriate brush for this use here. Such a big piece, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I do need some more blood red. So the plan here is, sorry about that, after I pinkify, fleshify these tentacles, I will go back through and complete the color gradient from the green, dark green base with the pale lichen highlight down into the gray, into this color. And then I don't know, I don't have any plans to go through and highlight each one of the nodules. I could, depending on how it looks. But I think at this point, it's more important just to get that color gradient solidified. And we can't forget about in here either. Whoa. Silly Cthulhu. When I was a kid, there was a movie called Tentacles on a Saturday afternoon movie. I ran in to tell my dad, there's a movie on, and it's called Testicles. I totally got it wrong. He's like, what? There's a movie called Testicles. My dad was like, what movie are you watching exactly? And then he figured out that it was Tentacles shortly thereafter, not Testicles. I was real young. No idea when that movie came out. It must have been early 80s, like 81 or something like that, because I must have been so young. Oh, I hope. Now some of you guys are going to look it up and be like, he was 14 years old. Didn't know what to... Oh, God. That's what I'm afraid of the most. The truth. I'm afraid of the truth. Hey, who's not? God dang it. I'm trying to make sure that the camera doesn't move my forehead. Yeah, you just need a touch of red to really bring out the pinkish fleshy color in that gray. Just a touch. I keep on bumping the camera with my paintbrush also. This mess of tentacles is almost complete. Pretty much is complete, actually. Nice. Okay. Do 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 do. I don't know if I don't really need to put down that dark green again. Do I? I'm trying to think. I don't think I do. So really just a highlighting step here. I have no idea if Cthulhu is going to make an appearance in the game Saturday. He could. I told the GM that the miniature will most likely be available, painted. The kitty finally went to sleep in the foam penis behind the computer in the mess of wires. Finally. How did I get red on there? Oh my god. Oh god, I gotta get it off. Wow. That was close. I must have stuck it. I must have stuck it right in there. I mean, why would... I'm gonna go back and look at the footage later. You're like, why did I do that? If you don't screw up, you're not doing it right, right? Right. Oh. I see why I probably should have based it again. It's a little dark on these tentacles. That's okay. We're gonna brighten it up. Tell you what, this pale lichen is working out perfect for a highlight on the skin. Perfect. There we go. Almost done with these tentacles. Now I'd probably still go back through later and make them look even nicer, but I think for now these guys are just about completed. Yeah, I will go back through in detail in a little bit. I like getting the dark spots to and the light spots all nice and evenly sort of gratified. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't know what you mean. Could you just speak English? I think I'm probably going to do a wash. I don't know. I'd hate to do one actually. I really would. But I think it's a little slightly necessary in some spots. So maybe a strategic wash. I'm just gonna go over this again and make sure that the tentacles are nice and highlighted. Whoa. Okay. Stone gray out again. So I'm just tipping each of the tentacles with stone gray again, blending that in once again. I'm going to be careful on the other side. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is dry brush, lightly dry brush, just a touch of that blood red in there. Lightly dry brush the underside where all the nodules are. And with that color differential there. See that? Just a nip. That blood red. And then I gotta draw out that gray. And I'm basically just highlighting that section, those sections. Sorry about that. It's looking good down there. Okay. Eat that, Cthulhu. Alright. That's what needs filled in, doesn't it? Of course it does. Of course it does. It's hard to always get surgical. See, I lost it. Where was it? The horns, I still don't know what I'm going to do with. I want to keep them dark for now. I don't think I'm going to... I want to spray this. That's what I really want to do. Okay. Got a nice... So let's see him with his head on. You see how much work has been done in comparison to the rest of the body. It's looking just like I had hoped. Perfect. I'm not going to do the horns right now. What I do have to figure out is what kind of detailing I'm going to do. Let me check the time real quick. I think we're going to wait until we get more of the skin tones down for the rest of the model before... I want to put it all together before I want to put this thing all together. The wings, everything together. Before I start going crazy here. Let's see if we can get that focus in for you, and then we'll wrap it up. Properties. Well, it's hard to tell that I've done anything with camera. So I need, I just need to upgrade, you know? As it turns out, I just need to upgrade. Kind of with some better color. I mean, it looks good, but it just doesn't pick up all the good tones. Maybe it's the light also. I could be working on a light box, a better light box. More upgrades that I need to do. But hey, I want to thank you for joining me. It's been a blast painting Cthulhu's head. Please join me again for part 2, where I paint, I don't know, something else. Maybe his wings. I might do his wings on part 2. Let's, you know. What do you guys think? Part 2? Wings? I can do that. There we go. Again, thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you later.